I'd like to show you how you can go from a Figma design to a published landing page in just a couple of minutes with Fae and Figma. We will use a Figma community design library called Landify. Let's start by duplicating Landify into our projects. For this example, I will only be creating a home page and an about page. For the home page, I will use this sample page by Landify, and I will just do a couple of quick edits. I will remove these extra links in the header, except the about and the home button, and the same goes for footer. Okay, so now we are ready to connect our homepage design to Fae. I have Fae plugin installed, so I will just run it. And firstly, we have to create project. I will name it Landify example. And now we can select this whole sample preview Figma component and hit convert as component. And now just wait a couple of seconds for it to all convert to Fae. Okay, as we can see, we have a nice structure of component calls, and right now our component is called sample preview. Let's rename it to home. And for the best development experience, let's click on this open in browser button to get the full screen version of Fae. Here on the right, we can see the preview of our component. I'm just going to switch the preview mode to desktop and scale this down a little bit so that we can check if everything is okay with the component. So looks okay. One small bit of functionality that we can add here is to set the on-click property for this button, and so when you click it, the page should scroll down to this section. So let's start by finding this button. Let's wrap it with a link component and setting the to property as a string, and let's have it point to projects. And now let's look for this project section. Right now it's called logo clouds, and let's set the ID property to projects. Okay, so now let's just test if this works, and it works, so great. And now we can move on to creating the about page. So let's go back to Figma. So here I created just a really basic dummy about page. So right now we can select the about page and again hit convert as component. Okay, and we can go back to full screen Fae again. Okay, so again we can check the component if everything looks cool, and everything looks cool. So what we need to do now is actually create the about page. The home page was created by default by Fae. So let's name this about page this, and actually use our about component. And we have to do the same for home page. Let's do it like this, more nice. And replace this hello world with the component call of our component home. Now let's go to our header component and let's actually make these two links work. So I will add a link here and put this div that contains the about text. Actually like this here, and select the location of the link to about page. Okay, so this should actually work now. Yes, and you can see that it works great. And now for the home button. Yes. Again, let's add a link. Move this logo here and set the location of the link to homepage. And so now our links should work. So this is just a very basic example, and you will probably want to make this more responsive for phones and edit some details, as well as make the component structure maybe a little better, maybe rename some of the names of the components that were named by Landify. But now we can check out how we can easily deploy this simple landing page to the internet. So I'm here in settings and deployment, and I'm just gonna name this example well, like this example, landing page.Fae.app, apply, and now we can go up here to publish, deploy to domain, and hit deploy, and just wait a couple of seconds. And so it's a success, and now we can visit our website on our landing page on the internet. And one thing that I forget about is to go back to about page and actually set the path to about, like this, and now publish again. Okay, so let's visit our landing page. Okay, so here we are. We can check if everything looks okay. Looks great. And let's go to the about page. This is cool. This was just a quick example of how you can create a landing page in Fae, but we could actually do much more than this. Among other features, Fae enables you to use the React state via the useState hook, as well as other React hooks. You can also connect your website to APIs, which you can import with your Swagger definitions. You can import Figma design tokens and use them in Fae. You can import any NPM library along with its TypeScript definitions, which will be used to make your development faster and more convenient. You can also use design libraries and website templates already implemented in Fae and tweak them to your liking. We also support collaboration, versioning, branches, and more. Thank you for watching.